Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we are still working on upgrading the JJ Gamer Park here, but I think we are quasi-done for right now on getting the traffic under control. So that's fantastic. A question that I have right now is, what about garbage out over here? That's a firehouse right there. Where does this actually connect up? Okay, I see. So in theory, there's a prison here, but garbage collection out over this way would be relatively close. So we may want to consider putting some garbage collection out over here. A waste transfer facility would be ideal, like out over here. That could work. There we go. And we've got this waste processing complex right here, but that doesn't pick up garbage. That only processes it. So that'll be fine. Okay, I want to check in on hello. I did not expect to see an issue here right now, although maybe I should have. Okay, so this is primarily being caused by, this would be cleaned up somewhat by a traffic light. I'm not sure if the traffic light will create more problems than it solves. We'll see. We'll let this go for the moment. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Okay, apparently there's no protected turn there. Exciting. Well, it helps a little bit. Emphasis on the little. So there's a lot of traffic coming up this direction right now. And my question is, how much backup do we see here? Not actually a ton. Okay. Although this hasn't gotten to go yet, which is interesting. And now we see some backup happening here. With this merge in. Okay, let's see what our lanes look like here. We don't have any lane designations. So we're going to bring this in here and here. And then this will come in here. This will come in here as well. And then this will come in here, like that. This could cross this direction. I'm wondering what the point of that is, exactly. I guess there is a point to it. So I don't really like crossing that lane, but we could do that. And then this could expand out. Actually, this could go this way as well. And then this wouldn't have to expand out. So it could go here and here. Like that. Okay. So that should clear that up a little bit. I do expect there to still be some relatively significant issues here. And I'm not sure how exactly I want to handle that. Actually, hang on. Most of the traffic coming in this way wants to go into this tunnel. Presumably to connect over here and bring in goods to this commercial zone, I'm thinking. I think that's what's happening. So what if we were to create a dedicated way to do that? So hypothetically, we brought this out over this way. It would be a little bit awkward, but we bring it in something like that, right? And then we bring it further underground. And this is going to be a little bit difficult to get it to actually come in like this, but I would like it to come in something like this. Now, we may be better off doing that up here instead, actually, just because of the significant drop-off over here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to bring this out over this way, down a little bit, underneath, like so, and then bring it up a bit. And I'd love to merge it in up here. Do we need to go lower? Actually, yeah, this bringing it up is probably a problem. So we're going to bring that back, and we'll just try to bring this on around. And I'd love to merge it in, like, over there. Yes. That would work, in theory. So then we would need to not have this traffic lighted, but it's not doing that automatically anymore. We would need to set up the lanes here. This would be a merge in like that, and then these would otherwise just go pure straight. Cool. So let's let that tick forward for a little bit while we get this last little bit manually set up here. Okay. So we'll see if they start utilizing that as a way to relieve strain on this intersection. That is the idea there. Now, there's not currently a huge amount of traffic coming this way because we don't have a delivery currently, but we're going to get one shortly. So let's see how that ends up going. I am a little concerned about what we're seeing here, for sure. Yes. I'm definitely concerned about that. Okay. So these guys are all heading up over this way, but that does provide some access down over here. Okay. So this intersection is just too busy. We need to do something about it. I would like to simply remove it as an intersection. I don't know how viable that is, though. Like, my preferred way of doing this... Actually, let me think here for a moment. My preferred way of doing this would be to, like, have this road not cross here. Okay, I think I have an idea. So we take out this connection here. Instead of having that join in here, we have it come up over this way and join in here, like that. That alone will help. Although, that needs to be bidirectional, which was what it was previously. So, that's going to have to be removed. I wanted to demolish it. There we go. That's going to have to be removed, and we're going to bring that in similar to how we had it previously. About like that. Okay. So with that there, we'll let that repathfind for a moment. And now I would like to have this section here perhaps be a little bit different. But for now, we'll let this run. I'm going to remove the stoplight here and see how exactly this ends up going. This will be a bit of a mess for a little bit, that's for sure. Let's see if we can identify any other issues. There's this here. But honestly, I'm not sure what can be done about that because this has to be only the single lane. We can't upgrade that, as far as I'm aware. Like, I'm reasonably certain it's not allowed. Yeah, you just can't do it. Now, we could upgrade this thoroughfare here to increase throughput to this section. That is a possibility. And just generally upgrade through here. About like that. That is something that we can do. How much will it help? That's a good question, because now we're trying to merge these 3 lanes into 1 lane to get it onto here. So that's a bit of a problem, to be sure. Okay. This appears to have cleaned up relatively nicely, except that we've got this going on. So I believe we have, well, first off, that shouldn't be a stoplight, but I did delete this, so these are not actually allowed to merge in here. That's pretty funny. We're going to allow that. There we go. Come on through, guys. You'll be fine. There we go. Now it's starting to move. Beautiful. This is just not allowed to go anywhere, which is hilarious. What are you waiting on? Okay. I mean, we do have 3 lanes merging into 1 here, which is a little bit awkward here. We should actually merge it here instead. It should not come into this lane. There we go. Cool. That'll be much better. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this and see how this goes, but for now, I think that's okay. This problem here is going to be a relatively persistent one. Building this cargo harbor did take some strain off of this cargo harbor, but there's still just a lot of traffic right here, and it's awkward. Very awkward indeed. Like, what are they even trying to do here? Just trying to return to the facility? Some of these are exporting goods. But yeah, it's the problem here. The problem here is that they're trying to leave this direction and come in this way and this way, I think. So when they leave, they end up crossing 2 lanes of traffic and causing a disruption. I really wish I could control what kind of road this had. Like, I really wish I could control that. Sadly, that's not an option. This is just a baked-in road, and there's nothing we can do about that. So instead, we might want to restrict this so traffic can only go this direction. Like, maybe make it so they can't enter here? Well, no, that's not going to work either. Because what we really want to do here is make it so that you can only enter the cargo hub from this direction and exit the cargo hub going this way. And I don't know of any controls that would allow us to do that. I don't think that's a possibility. So with that in mind, what if we did make it so that this can only go this direction? Like, this is probably going to break things, right? But what if we did make it go this way? So you have to turn here. And then here, well, they're still going to exit going this direction. But that will disrupt traffic less, in theory. The real problem here is the exiting traffic and entering traffic are in the same place. That's the real problem here. And how do we want to fix that? I don't know. Let's think about that for a bit and check in on this intersection. This intersection appears to be clean now. Cool. So, what else can we do here? I really wish I had control over this road. We just don't. So this doesn't appear to have helped at all. I'm not hugely surprised about that. So we're going to do this, putting this back to the way it was. So I want to take this out, and I want to take this out. Okay. And this is just a mess. I'm not sure what we can do about it. Yeah, it's a giant mess. That's for sure. And it's starting to back up this cargo harbor now, too. Okay. It'd be really nice, really, really nice if we could build cargo harbors that didn't have that built-in road. Is there such a thing? We have cargo hubs, which have a built-in railroad, which isn't particularly useful. Ferry depot, ferry stop. There's probably a mod to remove it, but in the base game, cargo harbors have that built-in road, and that's all there is to it. We could put in another cargo harbor up over this way. That's a semi-reasonable option, although I believe that this is saying that there's no connection here, which is, well, maybe not actually. A semi-reasonable option would be to put in another cargo harbor and just try to relieve the strain on it, right? That would be one way to go about it. Yeah, I think this doesn't have a connection. Which makes me really, really sad. Okay, so we're going to put these roads back approximately the way they were. This needs to come out about like that. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and rezone all of that. Cool. Because, yeah, I don't really see what we can possibly do to control this. Other than relieve the strain on it. Because the main problem here, I think, is throughput on the cargo harbor. Like, how many vehicles are going in and out at a time? That's the primary issue now. It's not traffic getting to this location. It is utilizing the location. We could put in another cargo harbor down over this way. That would be an option, and I think it's a decent one. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put in another one down here. The main problem, of course, is once again, it's just the 2 lanes, bidirectional, and we can't control it. So that does make me a little sad, but we'll go ahead and see what we can do here. Okay. And then this road up this way would need to come down. Actually, we might want to have this do like we did before with a triangle. Like that. Could work. This can be... This up here can be industrial. This should probably be office. Like that. Okay. So here's a new cargo harbor that will help relieve some of the strain over here, I hope. But let's see how that goes. Fingers crossed on that one. It'll take some time for the pathfinding to figure that out. So let's let that run for a little bit and see how that goes. As far as this up here goes, I think it's okay. I think that's no real problem. Let's check in on some of our other traffic problem areas, like the spaghetti strands. Looks good. Yep, that all looks fine. This over here appears to be solid for the moment. Fantastic. Okay, the districts do need to have their name refreshed. There we go. And we definitely could use some additional population, but for now, this is okay. How many more visitors in the park do we need to level that up again? Only about another 350. Not too bad. I like it. So the question is, does this start cleaning up? The answer to that appears to be maybe not. Did this automatically traffic light anything down here? No, it didn't. Cool. They really don't like that middle lane, do they? I mean, they all merge together anyway, so that's not hugely shocking. Oh, there goes some in the middle lane. Yeah. That's the overall problem here. One thing we might want to do is create a bit of a bypass to go through this area and around to not have to hit that. And then we can do the same thing like over here. Have that go up something kind of like this. So we don't have to go through here. We can instead turn here and pass through this intersection. That'll allow a little bit more throughput. But how helpful will it be really? Our biggest problem here is a lack of control. I would like to make it so that, like, ideally, they would go in, like, here, and come out, like, here, and only go this way, and only come in from this way. This direction would not be allowed to enter. That would be the ideal way to do it. Unfortunately, we don't really have the capacity to do that. And if we have this road here, I'm going to get rid of this one so that we have fewer intersections there. That should be okay. And now the question is, well, first off, we're going to have to zone over here. There we go. Now the question is, do we have enough throughput here? We have a lot of backup right now, and it'll take time to figure out if this is actually going to be finishing up. Like, if this is actually getting better. I'm not sure it is, because our throughput here is somewhat blocked by this guy. Traffic is moving somewhat, though, and I think it's clearing up. I'm not going to call it clear, but I think it's getting more clear. Okay, I note that we haven't picked up garbage over here. We could put in like a recycling center over this way, just to clear up this traffic, or this trash here. That is an option. Okay. Let's see. That is an ore truck delivering to our coal plant. Sure. Okay. The Casserole district appears to be reasonably fine. It's the Sigma 162 Heights that we're having an issue with throughput on. But I think that issue is largely a deficit in our throughput on the traffic, not an issue with our throughput on the ports. And if we were to get the traffic cleared, then in theory, I believe that it would not recur. Potentially. But yeah, I would really like to be able to have at least one more lane over here going this direction. Not going this way, but going this way. That would be nice to have. And control on where we enter and exit here and which way they're allowed to turn would be awfully nice too. Is this clearing up? It's a definite maybe. Yeah, that is a definite maybe. I'm not 100% convinced on whether that's clearing up or not, but that's fine. We do need to think about when we want to finally remove as much of this highway system as we can. Obviously, we can't remove this section here. So that's a question as well, but right now I'm not hugely concerned about that. I do want to get the JJ Gamer Park leveled up. And that's getting there. It only needs about 200 more visitors, so that's fantastic. I would like to, let's see here, move this guy over to about here. And I wouldn't mind getting a couple more floating garbage collectors. That wouldn't be a terrible concept. So I'd put in one here, here, and here. There we go. Excellent. We've got a customer issue down here. That's not shocking. And how is this going? Is this cleaning up at all? I honestly feel like it's approximately the same. I think it's not getting worse, but it's also not getting better. A huge part of that is this jam right here. I think this section being 3-lane is not helpful, and we should instead do that. Similarly, I think that this section being 3-lane is not helpful, and we should connect in like that instead. Let's see how that goes. Okay. But our biggest problem is definitely what's going on right here. And how do we want to fix that? I would love to have control over what turns were allowed here. Or even to just make this, like, one-way single lane. That would be even a little bit better. But as it is, it disrupts multiple lanes of traffic with this merge in. It's rough. That's for sure. I was hoping that this would clean that up a little bit. It definitely has not. It's not well, maybe it is improving a little bit, actually. Maybe ever so slightly. It might just be a matter of time. Another thing we could do is build that, putting a triangle structure here that might help a little bit. I don't know exactly how, but it might help a little bit. Okay. Yeah, being able to upgrade this would be nice. But there's the JJ Gamer Park reaching level 3. Let's go ahead and get those additional constructions done. I'm not too concerned right now about designing the actual park. We're just trying to get it leveled up for the moment. So I'm going to put in this guy and a House of Horrors. And also some bumper cars. Cool. Okay. So we're currently level 3 and we need another 2,500 visitors for the next level. Cool. We've got plenty of entertainment, and that's great. Okay, so looking at this situation here, is this actually improving? I don't know that it is. Yeah, I'd say it's not. Okay. I think it's pretty clear that I want to put in another port over here. Another cargo harbor. That would be very nice to have. Unfortunately, that's not connected to the route because of this island here. Yikes, but we could put it over here. Like this. And then we can control what direction we come in by bringing in a one-way. If I build this section of road back... it wasn't quite at that angle. Not quite at that angle either. Okay, let's bring it in like this. That's too much curve. Boy, it does not want to go in at a acceptable angle. I guess this one will do. So we'll go ahead and do that and zone all of this up here. Then we're going to have to create a connection up here. What is this? That's awkward. Okay. That's a little bit better. A little bit, but it is better. So we'll get that done, and now we're going to need to come out over this direction. So the way that I want to do that, and this is currently set up as a one-way, which was actually not what I intended to do. We'll get that switched around, and now we're going to have a one-way tunnel, but we're going to have that come up over this way. This will now go underground. And then I'd love to get that out over this direction. The question is, how exactly can we do that? We could put in a bridge, but we don't want bridges. So we could bring it in over here. Can we get it up this way somewhere? Actually, yes. It's only mildly awkward. But we could do it like that. Then, I'd like to have it also coming out over this direction. Actually, maybe going this way? A bit yikes, but it should be fine. Bringing it out over here. And then I would love to find a way to bring it in over this way. Is that not actually connected? Okay, so that slope too steep. That's unsurprising to me. Yeah, that's pretty unsurprising. For now, we could make this be bidirectional. Like that. And when they come in, they'll come in this way, turn in, and then go out this way, and then just turn around. That's probably acceptable. Now we're going to need water out over here, as well as power. So we're going to bring that over. And that should be fine. Now the question is, how much relief will that actually provide? How many people will actually pathfind there? I don't know, is the answer to that. But we'll find out. Looks like there is somebody that pathfound over there. Oh, that's a road maintenance truck. Never mind. Beautiful. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will see if we can get this problem completely sorted out. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.